Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about who I am actually rooting for in the Walking Dead Season 4 mid-season finale. Too Far Gone, the Governor's group, or Rick's group. Okay, and I want to thank Jack Roberts for the video suggestion. As always, your guys' video suggestions, like I've said, I take into consideration. When I see ones that sound really good, I'll go ahead and add them to the list and then make videos on them to fill out my daily videos for The Walking Dead for the week. At least while the show's on, I pretty much can say that I'll make probably around 5 to 7 Walking Dead videos a week, pretty much every week it's on, because there's things for us to talk about in particular, and a lot of people like it. They say that for the feedback that I've gotten anyway, they say that it helps make the wait not so bad, because we can talk about things that are going to happen coming in the upcoming week, and they may not have anybody they know that's really into The Walking Dead like they are, so this is a good place for us to go ahead and talk about it. So I like the topics. I think they're a lot of fun. I enjoy making them, and I hope most of you guys enjoy watching them. From the feedback I've gotten, it looks like you do. So this one I think is a really interesting topic. Now, at first glance, you're like, oh, that's a no-brainer. Of course I want Rick's group to win. Of course I do. If you'd asked me 2 to 3 episodes ago, that would have been my answer. Of course I would have. But these 2 last episodes with the Governor have been so amazing, man. I mean, these are 2 of like I was thinking about it after I watched the Dead Weight episode the second time, because I watch every episode at least twice, probably, especially for reviewing purposes and things like that. That episode, man, was just like a crazy cool episode. It shows the Governor in this totally new light, where it's like, this is how this guy rose to power and took over or created Woodbury. This is why nobody was able to question his command, because in terms of dead weight, anybody that threatens his lead, he's going to kill him. Now, some people would say, oh, well, the Martinez kill was like he didn't want the crown type thing. I don't want it, I don't want the crown. But then he's killing them at the same time. And he's the guy who has it. If he just says no and says, you know what, Martinez, I had my chance, I screwed up, this is your time to shine, you do your thing, and I'll be loyal to you. Done. It would be done. I'm sure there would be no problems. It would be completely done and over with. But again, like I said, that inner turmoil, that struggle of his id versus his super ego, his conscience is telling him, don't do this, you don't want this, and at the same time, his id is grabbing Martinez and shoving him in the pit for the walkers to just munch on. So really cruel, and just like, man, what an awesome villain. Somebody that you can also too relate to, because if you were to ask me honestly, if I was in a zombie apocalypse, who would I be more like? Would I be more like Rick's group, or like Rick? If I had a leader let's say I was a leader of a group, would I be more like Rick, or would I be more like the Governor? Well, I tend to think that at first I would be like Rick, but as time goes on and as things start to happen, you start to run out of food, you have to feed people, other groups maybe steal from you a couple times, or do things to you, or kill group members as part of your group. Unfortunately to say, and if I lost my wife and my daughter, I'm sorry to say, but I might be more like the Governor. So I can relate to him as a character in a lot of ways. He's a lot like Shane in that he has allowed this world to change him significantly. Except with Shane not being able to pull the trigger on Rick because he cares for him, the Governor is able to quickly pull the trigger on those that he has to, even if he cares about him, like Martinez and many of the others. He will quickly, hit him over the head with a golf club or whatever the case may be, and then, kill them right after. So he's just like, he's gone full. Whereas Shane was struggling too much, the Governor has gone all the way and just does it. So, man, what an awesome, awesome character. I have really enjoyed these past 2 episodes. Some people have said they don't like him. They think he's boring and everything, and I can understand that. He is really cruel, and he is crazy and all that, and he kills people that, maybe he could have gone a different way. Maybe he could have let Martinez live and just, lived in the camp and let go of what happened in the past and had that be it, or just go out on his own to try and find and kill Michonne when she goes out on her runs and things like this, right? There are other options, but I like the fact that he sees no other way than to just, like a zombie apocalypse Hitler, do whatever he has to do to take over that group, become the leader of that group, and then go to war. Um, it's hard not to root for a guy that's that evil and gets things done in that capacity. It's really hard to say that I don't want to see this guy who now has his own family, right? And then just, basically creates a separation in his mind. These girls I care about, I'm going to keep them safe, and I'm going to do everything I can to protect them and survive. And then on the other hand, all these other people, they're all fodder, they're all useless, they serve no purpose to me. I'll keep Mitch because he can drive a tank, but the rest, if they question me, I will kill them, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard not to root for him. So I am pretty conflicted because, of course, so that's the governor's side. The other side, of course, is Rick's group. I mean, how could you not root for them? Rick is an amazing character, lost his wife too, but has not allowed that loss to change him in the way the governor has, and to become, evil like that, even though it seemed like at a time he may, when he was kind of being crazy there, right? In addition to that, we have Herschel. We have all these characters that we care so much for over time, and that is why 90% of people are just going to want Rick's group to win flat out, and they're going to root for them. For me, it's not that simple. After these two episodes, I really want to see where they're going with the whole governor thing. If he doesn't just get killed in this episode, what's going to happen with him? Is he going to stay around in the series? Is he going to be the leader of the group at the prison? Maybe will we have multiple storylines going on at once, sort of like what we've seen? Have an episode about Rick's group, maybe another episode about the governor's group, what's happening with them, that kind of thing. Could we see something like that? I would really enjoy that. I would really, really, really enjoy that. And in that case, I kind of would be rooting for the governor because it would do a couple things. It would give us another take on how characters survive in the world when they're not nice guys like Rick's group. They're a bunch of nice guys, really. They're nice guys. They let people into their group. They don't steal from others. They don't mess around. They find their own food. They do their own thing, and they're nice guys. The governor's group, the opposite. So I would really like to see them at least take the prison, but I don't want to see them kill everybody. So for me, it's complicated. I'm rooting for the governor to get Rick's group out of the prison, to kill a few members of Rick's group, to be that badass bad guy that he is, to get Rick's group out of there because I don't want to see the prison much longer because I think it's getting dry now. We've seen it for so long. I think as an environment, it's getting stale, and I'd like to see them move on to another location and other spots and things like that. So for that reason, I'm rooting for the governor. But I mean, at the same time, you always want to see the good guy win. You want to see Batman beat the Joker. You want to see, I don't know. You just want to see the good guy win over the bad guy, right? Usually. So for that reason, I'm rooting for Rick's group. But my ideal, what I'm rooting for overall, is I hope the governor forces them the hell out of the prison so we don't have to see that anymore. And I hope the governor survives. Yes, I do want to see the governor survive. Why is that? Man, I've really enjoyed these episodes, and I just want to see it continue. I want to see more of the governor's style of doing things and why he's so effective at taking over, and how he would sustain a group over the long term when he doesn't lose it, and all these different things happen, and maybe see him against other groups, and just, oh man, it would be so cool to see other things with the character. That said, as a prediction, I don't think it's going to go that way. I think they are going to kill off the governor within the season. If not this episode coming up, the one after, or at some point this season, I think he's going to die. Some people have predicted that Lily will kill him. That would be a pretty fitting death, especially if in the mix he was to kill Judy somehow. Judy somehow dies as a result of this war that's going on. Then I could definitely see Lily putting him down for it. So that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. I think the governor is going to die. I think there's going to be a lot of deaths coming up. But I'm rooting for the governor to win this battle. Yeah, to force Rick's group out, but not to win the war. I wouldn't want to see the governor kill everybody in Rick's group. I would want to see more the governor force them out of there, and see both groups continue on in the future as part of the show. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think, well, I'll talk about the particular character deaths in my death predictions video, which should be up tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. I guess my answer is, in reality, I'm rooting for the governor to win at least this battle, but not the war. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.